Hello everyone. I wanted to do a quick overview on storing images, some of the things that I do to store all the images that I have collected. So my number one here is, this is my collection bin. It's a huge plastic bin that when I'm harvesting my magazines, I take the full page of magazines and I put them all in this bin. And then when I do the second part of harvesting, I go through each page and put all the little elements that may be on the page and put them in various places. So this is some of the things that I do. Number one, the shoe boxes. I used to use these a lot for storage. I don't really like them much anymore, and I've got postage stamps in that shoebox. I have boxes that I do store things in. This great big bin is my newspaper, some of it, most of it, because I did pare down that quite a bit. And I do use boxes for projects. This is a glue book. I have the glue book that fits in the box, and then images that I want to use on the pages. So when I'm ready to do a project, just ready to glue, I just can grab a box. I do this with shoe boxes a lot too. Grab a box, I've got one project, I grab a glue stick, and I can go without looking for stuff. One of my favorite things for smaller images right now are these clear boxes. I've got them in different sizes. These boxes right here I found at Hobby Lobby. And these are the snap boxes. These are Sterilite. You find them everywhere. Walmart, Target, just about any place has these. I found them everywhere. And I think you can find various smaller ones. I think I saw these at Target. So you can find them. I keep smaller images. I keep fussy cut images. I like them a lot because I can store them, look for images in the little trays, and not lose anything. I'm loving these little boxes. I use little baskets for some stuff. Here's another box that's in progress. I find plastic boxes wherever I can. This one is a snack box. It's got a little tray in it so I can put things in the bottom and have some things on top. These are my face ATCs, and when I am looking for a little project, I can grab this box. I have the ATC bases, I've got faces, I've got everything I need to do that project. These drawers I keep a lot of fish bits in, leftover little bits of collage fodder. You can take the drawers out if you need to. They are a little fussy. Sometimes they're hard to get out. But I've got all these different drawers with different things in them. Foils, wrappers, book pages, illustrations, painted paper bits, joss papers, napkins, just all kinds of stuff. And each drawer has something different. I have used tins in the past. I don't like them very much. I can't see what's in there, and it takes a while to go through what's in there to try to find anything. And the same thing with the cigar boxes. I have used those for storage quite a bit. Don't really like them anymore. I am transitioning over to the clear boxes for things like that. These are little tins that have my tiny itsy bitsy little images in them. I can't open it one-handed, but I've got a ton of them because I leave them everywhere. When I come across a little tiny something, I have some place to put it so I don't lose it. And I can spot those tins pretty easily. Here's another one of those plastic bins. This has a project in it. I'm almost done with this book. And again, I can have the collage fodder in one section, the images in another, and just have everything together so I'm not losing all the little bits. The envelopes. These envelopes are handmade envelopes. I do collect some things that are themed. I use a lot of birds, a lot of fish, hats and crowns, wings. I like to put wings on things. Those kinds of things I like to be able to find pretty easily. I don't want to have to search through all my collage bits to find these things. So I make an envelope, and I've got videos on how I make the envelopes with words and things that I collect. And then when I'm looking for those, I can find them immediately. And when I'm sorting out the pages and I find a little bit of a crown or a hat or a bird, I can pop them into these envelopes really quickly. These are my letters. I have one letter, one envelope for every letter of the alphabet. I like to spell out words and things like that. It's easier to have them all cut out and ready to go. So those are ready for me as well. Here's a box that I have stickers in. Anything that has a little bit of body that can stand up by itself, I like to put in boxes, and then I can flip through and find stickers or whatever with that. So I do use boxes as well. Down here is another project. These are my faces. I've got envelopes that have signatures and bits in them. I've got trays. I've got pages. I don't know if you can see, but I've got pages in there. And this bin down here has full pages of faces in there. So when I'm in the mode to do anything with faces, I have all my face stuff all together. It's one of those things that I do separate out. I put faces in one section. I do put figures in another, you know, like people, to make nitwits and things like that. Over here, let's move that out of the way so I don't trip over it, are my plastic bins. I do keep a lot of ephemera in these. I like them. I can see what's in them without opening them. One of these smaller ones has tickets. There's wine labels. There's foils, all kinds of things in these. They are pretty big. You can get really skinny ones, but they take up quite a bit of space. If you don't have a full bin, you're taking up that space no matter if it's full or if it's not full. So I like them because I put a lot of stuff in them, but sometimes it's hard to find things in these. You have to spend some time to search through them to find them. What I do like is the baskets. Love the baskets. I've got the baskets for medium, large, and extra large pages, images, things like that. These are not sorted out right now, but they will be sorted out. The reason I like the baskets is they don't have to be full. I can stack them on top of each other when they're not entirely full, and I'm not wrinkling anything, bending anything, folding anything, but they're not taking up the entire space of like what a box would do. I can stack them on top of each other and save a lot of space. So I really like these. These baskets, all of these baskets I found at the Dollar Tree. They do put them out probably once a year. They do different color schemes, so I'm always looking out for the next batch when they send them out. And I usually get some of those. So, you know, here's another one of these plastic bins that doesn't have its lid on it, so that, you know, I use those too. And here's a basket. I do use page protectors to gather up images for a page so that everything is all together when I want to do a page. As I'm sorting things out, maybe I'll see colors that I like, or maybe I'll see some images that I think will look good on a single page together. I will put them together in a page protector so that when I do that project, those images are already together. So here are some of my binders. I've got a ton of binders, and these take up a lot of time to organize and sort and get the things in the binders. So some of the things that I have in binders are printouts that I've done, some of my photographs, collage sheets that I've made, pictures that I have printed out that are mine that I want to use. These are scanned images. I do put them on a scanner and scan things and then print them out on regular copy paper so I can use them in collage and whatever. So those kinds of things are in page protectors in binders so that I can find them. I usually forget that I have them. If I don't see something, I don't use it because I forget about it. That's another reason I like the baskets. I can see them. I know what's in there. I know that's where I need to go to find stuff to use. Love the baskets. Here's another binder with some more stuff in it. This one has some fussy cut images. It's got my color bits, a little bit of cardstock for each color, and then I just put in each page protector all the orange stuff, all the red stuff. I don't sort a lot by color. I don't really work that way very much. I do have a project going that it's all about color, so I wanted to have some of these colors sorted out at the time. And then there's some other little bits in here as well. So this takes a long time to get a page into these little protectors. They don't just slide in really easily for me. I usually have to convince them to go in, and I'm fighting with it a little bit. It takes a lot of time. So I am moving away from the binders a little bit, but it is a nice way to store things so that they don't get damaged. And you know where they are. This one is a presentation folder. I get these at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They are page protectors again. Open. Page protectors again, except they're sewn into this book. So I keep my special images that I really want to do something neat with. I keep them in here. And when I'm ready to do something this size or with something really special, I know where to find my really cool images and I can do something with them. So for the page protectors, you can also do the binders that are smaller. These are half-page protectors. They also have, it's upside down. They also have the opening in them so you can just put things in them. If you're using smaller projects, if you're doing smaller projects, the smaller binders are good. And if you've got the scrapbook paper books, if you're not using them for a project, you can also slide things in these as well. These hold like fussy cut images and that kind of thing. So just some ideas there. This is a photo box. It has little boxes in here if you want to sort out themes or whatever. It's a nice place. They do take up quite a bit of space. One of my favorites is these envelopes. I get these envelopes at office supply stores. I keep watch parts and things, collections that I am putting together in those. My scavenger hunt categories, I've got an envelope for each one, so when I've got enough stuff for a page, I have it all together and can do the page. And I also like the scrapbook paper envelopes. They are big enough for scrapbook papers, book illustrations, all kinds of things, and they can set up on something and they don't take up a lot of space. So I do not like these file folders. They take up too much space, can't find anything. I don't really like the file folders themselves. And this is just general fodder all by itself. I keep it by my desk so I can grab stuff when I just need book pages or something for backgrounds. So my battery is going to die, and that is everything in a nutshell. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.